You're listening to Winnipeg's Classic 107. My name is Simon Rusnak. The inaugural Winnipeg Baroque Festival has had to postpone their finale, a Good Friday performance of Bach's magnificent St. John Passion. To hear more about the decision and what comes next, I'm joined by festival organizers from Dead of Winter, Andrew Balfour and Roland Deschambault. Hello to you both.
Hi there.
Hello.
Well, it's great to have you, Roland from home, Andrew live on location from the airport. So certainly appreciate you taking the time. Roland, just last week we were talking about how this festival was to be a triumphant celebration of the return of choral music, and indeed it was this past weekend. But we're just going to have to wait a little bit longer for that finale, aren't we?
Well, thank you for saying that. It was like, a lot of work, and we're really, really happy to be able to present this beautiful music to so many people over the first weekend, and everything was going so well. And if anything, we were worried that maybe it would be the pandemic or the sixth wave that might close the doors on some or part of it. And no, it's an April storm.
Of course. So, I mean, it's really one of those things. What can you do? And so tell us a little bit about making this no doubt difficult decision.
Yeah, massive decision, and a quick turnaround to make that decision. Like rerouting a semi on a one-lane highway, make that decision and then contact all involved. But ultimately it really did come down to, we have like upwards of 26 special guests flying in from all over North America. And the risk was just too high of A, them not getting here, B, maybe not getting out at all. And ultimately a decision was made based on that.
Andrew, you yourself are trying to make your way back to Toronto. You've joined us from the airport. How are things for you?
It's a bit frantic. We only made the decision yesterday morning. But I think that a lot of us, especially those of us from Manitoba and Winnipeg, we know what these can be like. I mean, it kind of reminds me of '97, when it just came out of nowhere in mid-April. So I guess my spidey senses were tingling when I first got into the weekend and then heard about this, and then when it started to get more serious by Environment Canada. But honestly, I mean, we were so proud to be able to do 3 professional, incredible concerts this weekend. So we take the positive, and also know that it's not a cancellation, it is a postponement. So it just became too daunting with the chances and the risk of bringing in musicians from all over North America. But we'll do it again in the future. But I'm so proud of what I heard this weekend, and it was just it was exciting and vibrant, and I know our audiences loved it. So we this bodes well for the future for sure.
Well, like you say, this weekend truly was magnificent. I saw each of the shows Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What a magnificent showcase of choral splendor, really. Andrew, for you, what was it like hearing Dead of Winter live in person again after what has been so long?
It was magnificent. That's the only word I can think of. Just to be, the vibe in the church was so amazing, especially Port Rouge, and the sunlight coming through the stained glass, and just see the singers and world-renowned early music specialist David Follis leading us. He's a good friend of mine, and we've been talking about this for some time, this program. But just the vibe for the whole weekend, and just we're a world-class choral town, and that's it's recognized all over the place. I have contacts in the early music world all over the world. So, and this is only going to make us a little bit more renowned, and what we have and what the city has to offer, not only Winnipeg, but Canada and the world. So now early music specialists want to come to Winnipeg to work with our choral community. So that's what we're trying to build on with the Baroque Festival, and it's just onwards and upwards. And like I said, we will do the St. John's Passion when we can, and when we do, it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, the sky really is the limit. And one thing that I want to point out that listeners who were there might have noticed, it was mentioned a number of times, but a new organ arrived for this festival, the portatif, and it was such a warm and inviting sound. It sort of sounded like the big grand organ's more approachable and fun uncle. It was so supportive of the singers. I so enjoyed the sound, and I know a lot of people that I was talking to in the audience, they said the same thing. They said, where's this organ coming from? So there's so much to look forward to in terms of, what comes next with the festival. But Roland, let me ask you, how are you feeling after the first ever festival weekend?
It feels fantastic. I mean, I spent a lot of time talking to people from the audience and our supporters and supporters from the other organizations, and it was a thrill for me. I'm maybe 4 years new to this, to this type of music, so everything I hear is like hearing it for the first time. And as most people are, when you're introducing music to somebody, it's just like, oh my God, I wish I was hearing this for the first time. That's me.
Yeah, and I think
So
there were a lot of people there who had a similar sort of experience. And even
yeah.
if it wasn't brand new, it felt new because it's been so long. So there
Mhm.
really is so much to look forward to. So let me ask you this to close things out, Roland. What what happens next for the Winnipeg Baroque Festival?
Well, I think for us, and as well as Canzona and Polycoro, it's about just finding a date, or potential, spoiler alert, multiple dates that work best for us, and also the logistics of the Pacific Baroque Orchestra, making sure that we can bring in all of those same players and soloists to give the audience the experience that they would have expected from this. We want to present it in the most professional and most glorious way.
Well, certainly something to look forward to, hopefully in the near future. In the more
Yeah.
immediate future, I hope you both stay safe. Andrew, thank you for joining us from the airport. Safe travels home. I hope you make it. I can only imagine how busy it is there right now.
It is busy, but it feels good to. I mean, home is in Toronto right now, but also I'm so like if normal circumstances, I read out the blizzard here in Manitoba, but I have a lot of work to do. But stay safe, everyone. Please be safe, and I know we'll get through this, but soon we'll be making more music, and it's just going to be incredible.
And in the meantime, everyone's going to have to keep an eye on all the choir socials, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We'll be sure to spread the word as we hear it. Thank you both for joining me
Thank
on
you.
Classic 107.